Hello, in this video I will explain the chapter 1 of the biology course. The first thing that I will explain on this video is what is science. Science is an organized way of gathering and analyzing evidence about the natural world. Also can be considered as a way of knowing because it tells us about the natural world and also is a body of knowledge that changed over the years. Also, science is not just a collection of never-changing facts, because every discovery raises more questions, and also an important thing is that science deals only with the natural world. The two goals of science is to provide explanations for events in the natural world and also use those explanations to understand patterns and make useful predictions for the natural world. Now I will explain the scientific methodology. There are 5 steps to follow. The first one is observing and asking questions. It's the act of noticing and describing events carefully and orderly. The second step is inferring and forming hypotheses. Inference is the logical interpretation based on what you already know, and hypothesis is the scientific explanation based in research. The third one is design control experiments. There are 2 kinds of variable. Independent, that is the one that you can manipulate, and dependent is the response of that variable. Also, in this part, there is the control group, that is the normal, the one that you leave with nothing, and the control experiment is the one that you add something. The first step, collecting and analyzing data. There are 2 types of data, quantitative, that are the numbers, and qualitative, the characteristics. The 5 steps is drawing conclusions, and in this part, that is the final one, you will know if your hypothesis was right or was incorrect. The second part of the first chapter is Science in Context, in which we will start with the scientific attitudes that help to generate new ideas. The first one is curiosity. This one leads to view questions, skepticism. This one refuses to accept explanations without evidence. The third one is open-mindedness, willing to accept different ideas that may not agree with your hypothesis. And the last one, creativity, to design experiments. Technology, science, and society are closely linked. For example, one discovers in science may lead to create new technologies, and those technologies will help us in our daily lives. Another important part of science is peer review. This one allows you to share ideas, to test and evaluate each other's work. Scientific papers are reviewed by anonymous independent work, looking for oversights, unfair influence, fraud, mistakes in techniques, or reasoning. As I explained before, the relationship that has technology, society, and science, I will explain now the relationship that has science and society. Thanks to science, we can understand our context in society. The word theory in science, it is applied only to well-tested explanations that will help the scientists in a future to create new predictions. Now I will explain the part 3 of the stage 1, that is the study of life. The first thing I want to mention is the characteristics of living things. First, they are based on a universal genetic code, that is DNA. They grow and develop, respond to their environment, reproduce, maintain a relatively stable internal environment. They have metabolisms, and they evolve. Next, I will mention the fields in biology. The first one is biotechnology. It's based on our ability to edit or rewrite the genetic code. The second one is ecology. That means the study of biosphere. The third one, building the tree of life. Biologists have discovered and identified roughly 1.8 million of species. The next one, ecology and evolution of infectious disease. The relationships between hosts and pathogens are dynamic and constantly changing. And the last one is genomics and molecular biology. These fields focus on studies of DNA. The study of biology revolves around several interlocking big ideas. The first one, cellular basis of life, information and heredity, matter and energy, growth, development, and reproduction, homeostasis, evolution, structure and function, unity and diversity of life, interdependence in nature, and science as a way of knowing. Most scientists use the metric system when collecting data and performing experiments.